Hello guys, this is Satyam sinha, and in this video I'm going to show you that how we can detect eyes from a image. Okay, means simply I'm going to write a program which is going to detect eyes from a face. Like here we are going to consider this image, which is Elon Musk, and we are going to detect the eyes of this particular image by our application. Okay, so we are going to use here OpenCV Python, and uh, I'm going to teach you what actually each line mean. Okay, means whenever I'm going to discuss and whenever I'm going to write any line in this particular video, I'm going to explain you like what each and every line is doing under the hood, because that's the most important thing. Whenever you are building such applications, you must need to know that what is happening under the hood. Otherwise, you will be stuck and you are just a script kiddie. Uh, by the way, so otherwise, so we are going to use this one, and I'm going to show you that how to write a program to detect eyes on a particular image. Okay, so first of all, let's head on to your terminal and install this OpenCV Python. Okay, so here if you are a Mac user or Linux user, you are going to use pip3 install. Otherwise, if you're a Windows user, then you can simply use pip install OpenCV Python. Okay, so it's like simply that simple. After that, we are going to download this particular image and put it into your project folder wherever you're going to write uh, your application. So in my case, I'm going to write it in PyCharm, and this folder I have already this image. You can just see this one. I have already this image. Okay, so like this, and here it's like some dummy data. I was just practicing a little bit, but that's always a good idea to practice before teaching. Okay, so yeah, so first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to import this CV2, and one more thing we are going to need, which is trained data. So basically what we are going to do, let me write down the steps, like which is the process that we follow whenever we are trying to do such stuff. Okay, like whenever we are going to try to do something like training any algorithm or something like that, some machine learning kind of thing. What we do at first we always collect lots of data. Okay, lots of data is collected. Let me zoom it a little. uh, I don't think so. Just a second. I'm going to zoom it a little. I need to. Yeah, this font, I need to increase to something, say 17, then apply it, and then okay, now it's like visible. Okay, so lots of data is collected. That's number one step, and after that we need to train the data. Training of the data is done. Then we are going to pass grayscale image into that model to predict eyes. Okay, so first lot of data is collected, and then training of data is done, and then we are going to pass some grayscale image into that particular model to predict our eyes. Okay, so this is like basic, but here we are not going to train a lot of data. Okay, why? Because that's already done by somebody else. We can do that obviously, like training of our data and all, but that will cost us a lot of time, and this video will become like 1 to 2 days long. There's something you don't want, I guess. Okay, so we are not going to collect data and training of data. We already have that data set. No, data set already have that model uh, where all those training is done, and we are just going to include that into in our application so that uh, we can make our life easier. Okay, so here if you just go to the OpenCV GitHub, you can just go there, and there in there we have some data in there which is trained data. If you can just see there in hard cascade algorithms, this is kind of algorithm which you can see, and here they have a bunch of trained set data set. Okay, like hard cascade I.xml, hard cascade I3, and all things are there. You can detect lower body also, you can detect smile also. There's a bunch of things you can do in here. Okay, so we can just click on this part, and you can see this is our trained data. You can just see here internal volume nodes and all these are things are like trained by a millions of data which OpenCV does for us. Okay, we don't need to do brainstorming on that particular part. Okay, so they already trained the data and they have given us like, okay, do whatever you want. Okay, um, because it's OpenCV is kind of open source, so we can use it in our own personal projects. Okay, but there are some terms and conditions also that also you need to follow, otherwise there can be some problem. Okay, so uh, just click on this raw format, and here you will get these things, and just copy this thing, Control A, Control C. First, and if we need to name a file, you can create this with any name. I'm going to name it same exactly what they are doing. So just go there and in your project, just click new file, paste that, hit enter, and there's one more file. And just copy that all the training data set, Control C, and then totally paste it in there. So now this is all done. Okay, so just close this one. Now you don't need that. Okay, so these things you need when you're going to detect any kind of data, like if you want to detect your eyes, nose, anything, smile, lower body, upper body, or maybe maybe your smile also, anything. If you want to do, you can use this data set. Okay, so um, so let's get started. So first of all, we need to have some you need to have this training data. Okay, so for that, we are going to make a variable simple training underscore data, which will be something called cv2 dot cascade classifier, and in that we are going to name this thing as hair cascade underscore I dot xml. Okay, so this is our training data is done in there, and then we need to load our image. Okay, so for loading our image we are going to use something like image is equal to um, cv2 dot image read, and in there we are going to pass the name of our image. What name of our image? Eyes dot jpg. Okay, and after that, let's do up to this point and let's see if our code is working or not. Okay, let's try to show this particular image, right, to the user. Let's say, so let's show this image cv2 dot im so, and in that first name um, Elon Musk, we can name it as Elon Musk, and then we are going to use something like this image. Okay, and then let's run this code to see what is happening here. Okay, one thing I forgotten, I need to wait, otherwise it will just start and just close your screen. You need to wait for it. Okay, cv2 dot means open for key. Okay, uh, sorry, wait key. You need to wait key. Okay, otherwise it is going to just pop up and just go away. Okay, poof. So like this, so we don't want that. We want to see that image, so we can just see this one, like it's going to show our image. So what we're going to do, we're going to just detect this eyes of Elon Musk. Okay, uh, by this particular data. Okay, So next thing what we are going to do, we are going to convert this image, particular image, into a grayscale image. Because if you are going to use this colored image, then it will cause performance issue, and that's something we don't want. Okay, so basically we use grayscale image to train our classifier, because whenever you are sorry to train our model, or maybe detecting our model. Okay, so for that, because anyways we are not going to use this color and all, because we are not going detecting any kind of race or something like that. We are detecting basically eyes. Okay, and for eyes we don't need that colors and all. This structure is enough. Okay, so in that case, to save performance, basically we use a grayscale image. Okay, nothing big fancy in there. Okay, so next thing, what we're going to do, we are going to convert this particular image into a grayscale image. Okay, so for that, gray scale, sorry, grayscale grayscale image is equal to cv2 dot um, next thing what we are going to do, we are going to convert this into a grayscale one. Okay, so for that we are just going to use this one image comma, and then we are going to convert it to grayscale. So for that, cv2 dot uh, color underscore um, bgr to gray. This will convert this particular image to grayscale image. You can just see that if you are just going to load it in there, it will just give us grayscale image. Okay, just run it again. Okay, and then just run it again. Now you can see we are getting grayscale image, and our data is going to work on this particular image. Okay, and we are going to detect this particular eyes and all in on this particular image. We are not going to use this one. Okay, we have saved this one in this image variable to show it to user will be seeing all those colored image and all, but our data, our model will be dealing with this particular image. Okay, our model will be dealing with this particular grayscale image. Our model does not know, not going to deal about with this particular image which is given to us. We just first going to program is going to first convert this image into a grayscale image, and then grayscale image is going to deal with the model. Okay, and that model will take this particular image and then predict and then gives the coordinate of the uh, eyes in that image. Okay, like at what coordinate eyes are present. Okay, like x-axis and y-axis, you know already. Okay, so for that, let's move it to image. Okay, now for that, for detecting those eyes, we have this training data, right? And we are going to pass this grayscale image into this training data. Okay, to predict the eyes of that particular user. Okay, or of any person, like here in this case we have Elon Musk. Okay, so we are going to get like eye coordinates. Okay, like we can use something like here, eye coordinates is equal to uh, training data dot detect multi-scale. Means it's going to detect up to multiple scale, whatever scale we are going to do, like bigger, smaller, at any scale it's going to detect that. When sizes will not matter here. Okay, basically this is what it means in itself. Okay, and in that detect multi-scale, we are going to give it that particular image. Okay, and no, we don't need much here. Yeah, just like that. And then we are going to get this eye coordinate. Okay, so we can just print it out, print that eye coordinates. Okay, so just run it now and just try to print what this gives us. Okay, like here we can see here, this is going to give us the coordinates of the eye of that image. Okay, it's going to give us like x-axis, y-axis, here the width and height, and we are going to add this accordingly. Okay, and we are going to add this accordingly to get the full, to get full rectangle, around that those eyes and all. Okay, so first we're going to grab this eye. So what we're going to do, we are going to just make a for loop in there. Okay, we are going to make a for loop in there and then draw a rectangle around those eyes, uh, using around those eyes in that particular image using those coordinates. Absolutely. Okay, so for that we are going to use for loop and for eys eyes, or maybe you can choose something like x comma y comma w comma h from I, sorry, from not in I coordinates, right? And in there, what we are going to do, we are going to draw a rectangle, cv2 dot rectangle, and so we're going to draw a rectangle around that particular image. So for that, we are just going to pass first. In first, we are going to pass some tuple where it is x1 comma, sorry, x comma y, and then we are going to make something like x plus w comma y plus h. After that, we are going to pass that image where we are going to draw. No, no, no. I think I have messed something. First argument should be image where we are going to draw, and next this one, and then we are going to give the RGB value. Okay, notice we are going to give here RGB value. Okay, and like here, basically it's not RGB, it's like BGI. It just reverses that. Okay, means first one will be B, means blue, and then green, then R. It just reverses that. Okay, like you get see here, like BGR. So first one is blue, second one is green, and third one is red. Okay, so for the blue one we are going to use 0. For the next one also 0. For red one we are going to use 255. So it is going to make a red border around that, so it will just become visible to us. Okay, so next thing what we're going to do, uh, we are going to show the thickness, that what will be the thickness of that particular rectangle. Okay, like thickness in the sense like those sides and all, what's the thickness will be there. So I'm going to put here 2 for now. Okay, so this is going to draw a simple image. Let's format this. Yeah, this is going to draw a simple rectangle around that particular eyes. Okay, so just run this again. Now if you run this application, you can see like here we are getting a rectangle around that those eyes. You can see here. Okay, so you can just see, if I just put here the coordinates, you can see here it's 299 and y, and here going in, and just it is going to increase like that, and something like that. You already got that. Okay, so this is basic algorithm for detecting images in a particular image. So sorry, for detecting eyes in a particular image. Okay, so next thing what I'm going to show you, like let's suppose you don't want a static image, you want like you have a webcam and you want to detect image on real time. So for that, what we are going to do, first let's comment this out. Okay, whatever we have done, just comment this out except this one. Okay, just comment the remaining part, whatever we are having here. Okay, now this part is done. Next thing what we're going to do for webcam, we're just going to make a variable for webcam, which is this one, and then we are going to use cv2 dot video capture. Sorry, um, wait, video capture. What's the name of that? Let me. It's like video capture, I guess. Video capture, I guess. It's giving me error. cv2 dot webcam. cv2 dot. Wait a second. I'm just taking a reference a little bit. I'm just forwarding the exact syntax what we are going to do here. Um, yeah, video capture is there. I was writing correct, but I have to make it something like oh video capture. I was writing something incorrect. Okay, so yeah, next we are going to make a while loop, while true, and in that case we are going to grab two things in there: succ success, comma success comma frame is equal to webcam dot read, right? Webcam dot, this is going to give us two things: one is success and one is frame. Basically we don't need this one, we only need this frame. Okay, so this will detect each frame of a particular image. Okay, just if I just console or log here, sorry, not printf, I'm coming doing some javascript for a pretty much long time. So yeah, not success. Like if we are just going to use something like frame, and if I save it and if we just run this application, we can just see it is giving us a lot of frames of a different frames, like what it is getting. Okay, so just close this one. Okay, and what we're going to do, rest thing all will be same. We are going to read that, we are going to use this grayscale image and we are going to pass that particular frame in this one. Okay, just pass that particular frame because that will be working like a image for us. Okay, so we can detect the video also. Okay, then we are just going to grab this one, and here also, actually here also we are going to take, we can take this image also, or like we can take grayscale image also, or maybe we can take normal frame also, but here where I'm going to use grayscale. In previous one I showed you I've used this normal image. Okay, so we can use both of them. Okay, it is not like you have to use only grayscale image, you can use this image also. Okay, here I've used this one, so that's not a big deal. So after that, after you got that I coordinate, so we can just simply loop over it and we can have it. Okay, so here I'm going to use frame. That's what we are going to show, and then we are going to use this wait key and all. Okay, and then we are going to show this wait key and all. Okay, here we can have this frame to show. Okay, and here we can have anything, and this one we can wait for a certain second, otherwise it will stuck. And whenever we are going to, it is not going to show the video to us. Okay, we have to just always type click to update that video. So if we just make something like wait key 1, then it's going to refresh after every second, and then it is going to show us. Okay, so this is basically what we got. Okay, so let's run this application and see whether it is working or not. Yeah, now you can see it is detecting two eyes also. I don't know why it is detecting this particular place. I'm not getting it. But basically, okay, you can see maybe this. it is because of this one. I can see this one. You can see means it is detecting our face. Okay, right? Maybe because of this headphone it is not able to detect perfectly, but it is detecting, right? So this is it uh, for this video. Hope you learned a lot. Hope you learned something in this video. So if you like this video, hit a like and subscribe to the channel for more such awesome videos. And see you till then. Bye bye.